Good morning, children. Sairam. Today we are going to study the first chapter of geography, that is resources. Children, as you all know, when we talk about the development of a society, what we actually require is resources. Now, what are resources? And why do we need them basically? Children, if we talk about resources can be distributed or be classified in numerous ways, but a resource is a particular item or a product which has utility in any way. You can say any substance, any object which is having utility is called a resource. Fine. I'll read out a particular incident, a particular reference for you so that you can understand what is a resource. Taking the reference from the context, that is your NCERT textbook, geography textbook. Mona and Raju were helping Amma to clean their house. Look at all these things: clothes, utensils, food grains, combs, this bottle of honey, books, etc. Each of these has a use, said Mona. That is why they are important, said Amma. These are resources. What is a resource? Was Raju's question to Amma. Anything that can be used to satisfy the need is called a resource. That is a resource. I repeat, anything that can be used to satisfy a need is called a resource. Look around yourself and observe. You will be able to identify many of the things and many types of resources. The water you drink, the electricity you use in your house, the textbooks you use for studying, all are an exemplary set of examples for you all of resources. Now, water, electricity, rickshaw, vegetable, and textbook have something in common. Now, what is that which is common in them? That is, they have a certain utility or significance or importance. I repeat, utility means significance or importance. Utility or usability of a particular object is what makes it a particular resource. Next, what is value? Obviously, the relevance and the worth a particular object is having is referred to as the value. So when we are talking about resources, children, resources refer primarily consist or comprise of value and utility. The utility as well as the value determines the optimize, or you can say optimal relevance of the resource. Next is types of resources. Children, you can say what are the types of resources. The resources are classified into a wide category. Okay, when we are talking about resources, they are classified into a wide variety. First is natural, second is human, and then it is human made. Now, what are natural resources? The resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification. Now, what is modification? That is, you brought an apple, you ate, you washed it, you peeled it off, and you ate. But if you are taking a particular, this is an example, it doesn't mean that apples are only resources. You have a broad category of resources. You have a broad category of resources with you. This is just an example to make you understand that what is a natural resource. Suppose you brought an apple, you washed it, peeled off, and ate it. It is a simple resource, and we have done no modification. We consumed it as it is, as it was. Fine. So the resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification. Next, after that, what we have? Human resources. See, what is a human resource? When we are talking about a human resource, what is actually a human resource? People can make the best use of nature to create more resources when they have knowledge, skill, and technology. See, children, even we ourselves, teachers, students, the school staff members, all are resources. How are they resources? They have converted their talent, their skill, knowledge, and the various methods of using technology. They have applied the way they know the technology in the optimum and the best suitable form. That is why they are called as human resources. Now, next, so people are themselves are called human resources. Now, one more important thing, that how are they classified? As they are classified into natural, human, and human made, they are further divided into wide categories in under these three panels also. Like natural resources, they are further classified into different groups depending upon their level of development first, and second, use. I repeat, level of development and use. Origin, stock, and distribution. That is where a particular resource is found, what is the basis of origin, how in which bulk is it available, how is it distributed, where is it found, what is its use, and how much does it contribute towards the development level of the society, economy, etc. Next, after that, on the basis of their development and use, resources can be classified again into two groups: actual resources and potential resources. Now, what are actual resources? The resources whose quantity is known, and potential whose entire quantity may not be known are called as potential resources. Next, we have based on the origin, can be biotic and abiotic resources. Now, abiotic resources are non-living, while biotic are living resources. Soil, rocks, and minerals are abiotic, but plants and animals are biotic resources. So, natural resources can be broadly categorized or classified into renewable and non-renewable resources as well. Renewable, you all know, the resources which can be renewed or replenished quickly, and non-renewable are those which have a limited stock. And one more definition I would like to introduce to you: stock of resource. What is the meaning of stock of resource? It is the amount of resources available for use. Children, I will like to request you all a small request: just have a ardent listening skill. Just inculcate an ardent listening skill to what we teachers are explaining you in the videos. Kindly pay attention to the videos, and whatever queries, whatever question answers are being given to you in worksheet from now onwards, that is from 1st July onwards, whatever worksheets you are getting, what will you do? First, you will complete your work which is given in the WhatsApp group according to the PDF. Once the PDF work is finished, simultaneously put the date when you have received the worksheet. Put the date of the worksheet and try to solve it. Okay, try to solve the worksheet of your subjects accordingly. And if you are not able to get the accurate answer, wait for the another PDF for the another PDF of the chapter. And then when you get the accurate answer, kindly write the answer. First, write the answer with pencil, which will symbolize that you have attempted on own. And then after that, when you receive the PDF and you receive the answers, put correction work and then write the answer. I repeat, put correction work and then write the answer of that question which you were not able to attempt properly. Thank you and Saira.